Hey guys, Marsling here, bringing you another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video. And so in a few hours from now, after this video goes up, the top legendary summon banner will be out for part 2 of the celebration. This also means a couple of things. It means the rainbow tickets will be available to use on this banner, or the Goku or Vegeta banners. The discount timer for the 3+1 on Goku and Vegeta will have ended as well, and we are properly into the second half, I guess, of part 2 of the anniversary, meaning we are only a week or so away from all the other stuff that will be coming in part 3. So the focus of this banner, of course, is the top legendary summon banner, and also a little bit about the 250 stone summon as well. I'll probably include that in the title. But top legendary summon banner going to be dropping, same as, I say same as any other legendary summon banner. Same as the last year. We get a LR banner with 2 new featured LRs. So obviously last year for the anniversary it was Broly and Int Rose. And yeah, we have the Int 17 that awakens into Team Universe 7, and the physical Frieza that awakens into 17 and Frieza. Now, straight away, the big problem off of this, like right off the bat, for people considering whether to summon on this banner is, to be perfectly honest, the 2 units are just not that great. So if we have a look at the Int 17, now first of all, the art is awesome. They got a pretty cool active skill animation and everything. Like, I really like the idea of the card itself. The only downside to this card is they're really only super good on 1 turn, which is representatives of Universe 7. So they can make a decent fill-in leader because they have 150 across the board and they give 4 key. And obviously you can make a team of reps of Universe 7 that is basically all LRs now. So even though you have a slightly lower percentage than, say, if you were using Goku and Frieza, you're going to have a little bit of extra key, which is helpful. They also have super int types, 4 key and 100% as a sub-lead, but that's even less important than it is for some other LRs once we start going into all their details. So they're able to hit pretty hard because they can greatly raise attack for 1 turn on their 12 key. They also raise allies defense by 30% for 1 turn. Their 18 key, they do Mega Colossal, raise allies defense by 30%, and a chance of performing a crit by 7% for 1 turn. So they can really help out everybody else in slot 1. The only problem is, of course, like the way you would normally build a Reps of Universe 7 team, you have units like UI Goku that you're putting in slot 1 so he can get dodges to build up his passive. But, they can be a decent option for that because of buffing the rest of the team. Their passive is attack and defense 70%. They get an additional attack and defense 70% when there are 5 or more Reps of Universe 7 allies on the team. So straight away, that's where you can see, like, the main hit you're going to take if you're not running them on this team, is that their base attack and defense is basically halved straight away, right off the bat, because they get an extra, the exact same buff, extra 100% to their attack and defense when there's these guys on rotation. So I say 100%, but you guys know what I mean. It's 70%, and then 70% is their base. So you're missing out on all of this. Then they also get an additional attack 70% when key is 22 or more. They get an additional 2 key per rainbow key sphere, so as long as there's a few decent rainbows around, it's not too hard to get to 22 key. And then they get a 7% chance to hit per rainbow key sphere obtained. So rainbow key orb changer would definitely be useful for them. I don't think there is one, or at least a good one, on Reps of Universe 7. And then they do have an active skill. To use the active skill, you have to have 5 or more Reps of Universe 7 on the team and 2 or more on the same turn. So you can only use the active skill on a full Reps of Universe 7 turn. So as soon as you bring like 1 or 2 non-Reps of Universe 7 allies on, like, say, a Universe Survival Saga team, you cut this guy's efficiency almost completely in half. You can't use your active skill. So you can kind of see what I mean is the main complaint for this guy. He's super good and fun to use, but only on the Reps of Universe 7 team. And that team is so stacked now with, like, the new Goku, the old LR Goku, UI Goku, the free-to-play one getting his Easy A, and then the same name update is going to mean you can run them all together. Blue Evolution, Vegeta, Roshi, like, the team is just so super powerful now. This guy might end up being on your team as, like, the final pick out of the 6 if you're maybe missing one of the other ones. But other than that, he's not like a super must-run on the team card. And then the Frieza and 17, people have been memeing about them since the anniversary on JP. They're just not very good. Greatly raised attack for 1 turn, colossal damage on the 12 key. Raises attack for 1 turn, mega colossal damage, and lowers attack and defense on the 18 key. And then their passive, attack and defense 70%, which is quite low. They're not like the reps of 17 where they're just immediately getting that again with the right team setup. They have a great chance of launching 2 additional attacks. They get an additional attack and defense 7% up to 70% and key +1 up to 7 with each attack performed. So that's how they're getting their extra attack and defense 70%, similar to the reps of Universe 17. But they have to attack like 10 times. Whereas the reps of Universe 17 LR just has that on turn 1 if you have a reps of Universe 17. So, a little bit awkward. They get a chance to perform a crit and damage reduction 7% within the same turn with each attack performed as well. So, let's say you have them at 55%. You get the God RNG turn where you get this great chance. You get both the 2 additional attacks. Then you get an additional from your hidden potential system. So that's 4 attacks in 1 turn. That 4th attack not only has a 28% chance to crit, but then you also have 28% damage reduction for the rest of that turn. Now the problem is it's only the rest of that turn. If they'd made that permanent, but obviously put some sort of cap so it didn't go up to, you know, like 700% after however many turns, they would be actually really good. Because although they're slow to build up, like this is a little bit low I think to start with, but this would actually be very useful because you can get a bunch of attacks off in the early turns, and then especially in a long form event, even if their damage reduction was capped at say like 35% and the crit chance as well, by the time you get towards the end that'll be really good because they're going to have the full 140% attack and defense, 35% damage reduction, built-in 35% chance to crit, so you can build them up with a load of additionals if you get dupes. So there's a lot of wasted potential. They could have been very, very good. And then they have an active skill which is key +7, defense 77% and performs a guaranteed crit on that turn and can be activated after performing 4 or more super attacks, which again, this feels a little bit wonky because their additionals from their passive cannot convert into super attacks. They're just additional normal attacks. So you have to be lucky and get that additional super from the hidden potential system, which at 55% is only level 5. And then if you get that god luck, you can double super on their first turn and double super on their second turn, and then use their active skill on their 3rd turn, which is like turn 5 at the earliest. So a little bit annoying because like I don't mind too much active skills where it takes that long, but theirs isn't even that good. And their passive isn't even necessarily fully built up. Like they're just very awkward. So after saying all that, I mean, it kind of seems a little bit obvious that I'm not, like, super behind everyone. Like, yeah, you should summon on this banner immediately. But the couple of things to think about is, obviously, rainbow tickets can be used on this banner. Once this banner comes out, that is when the rainbow tickets become available to be used. I did do a big video talking about which banner I think is best to use those tickets on. You should go check that out if you haven't seen it. Obviously, it's largely going to come down to, you know, what units you feel you still need. But I think even if you've pulled, like, everything off of the Goku and Vegeta banners, then obviously tickets on this banner would be good. But in terms of actually summoning with stones, one of the things you have to be very aware of as a global player is once the anniversary is all said and done and we move into the next thing, it should be the STR Videl, which I know a lot of people, even though she's considered one of the best TURs in the game, there's only certain teams you can run her on. She's definitely not a must-have for your box, so I feel like a lot of people will be skipping her. But then, not long after that, we go straight into the Worldwide Celebration, which, with some of the leaks on JP and the way things seem to have been going, it very much looks like this is the Worldwide Celebration where we're going to get the new LR Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta and LR Omega Shenron Dual Dokkan Fest, so you kind of want to be saving your stones for that. So if you have pulled everything from the Goku and Vegeta banner, I probably wouldn't worry about summoning on this with stones. And if you really want to try and get the 2 new LRs, or any of the old ones, because obviously remember, every single LR that has been released will be in this pool. This only shows the JP version, because obviously the banner's not technically out yet, but Super 17 would be on here, Tapion and Minosha would be on here. I think they're the only 2 that have come out between now and then, but yeah. So the other thing, of course, is the featured units all suck. You don't really want any of these. I mean, the Golden Freezers are okay, I guess, but yeah, not super great in terms of the featured units. And so the other thing I wanted to talk about very briefly is the 250 stone summon. If you find yourself, when this banner comes out, maybe you're going to pick up all the sales, maybe you just want to do like a few summons and not go too crazy, If you haven't done the 250 stone summon yet, honestly, I think it's worth doing this more so than dropping like 5 multis on this banner. Now, obviously, you can't get either of these 2 new LRs, and there's a couple of units that are not available on the global version, obviously, because there's a cutoff point. So, like, Tapion and Minosha and 17, as an example, who we just mentioned, are not on here. But I think for the chance of a guaranteed LR, and you get 66 units, so obviously for 250 stones, that would be 5 multis, that would be 50 units. So you're getting 16 extra units for free. One of them is a guaranteed LR, whereas you could quite easily do like 10 multis on this banner and get no LRs at all. And yeah, of course, there is always that chance on either banner that you could get crazy lucky. Like someone in the comments of a previous video said that they did their 250 stone summon right at the beginning of the anniversary and pulled 4 LRs. Because you get 1 guaranteed at the end, and then whatever happens between the other 65 units and that guaranteed LR could be anything. I'm pretty sure Toon last year for the 4-year got like 3 LRs in his one. So there is that possibility, but 1 is guaranteed. Whereas obviously on this banner, you could be lucky. You could do 1 multi and pull both of these guys in the same multi. Or you could do 1 multi and pull like Turles, who's probably one of the best LRs to pull from this banner. Either him or Jiren, probably. Or, yeah, you could do like 10 multis and get no LRs. Whereas this one has some guaranteed value. So, all in all, I would say, unless you're really, really hyped for one of these 2 new units, probably more so the 17... I would avoid summoning on this banner with stones pretty much altogether. If you want to try your luck with the free tickets, I mean, it's free summons at the end of the day, but if you do have some stones and you really want to add an LR or 2 to your collection, I do think you should consider doing this one if you haven't done it already. And then, yeah, I guess I will leave it up to you guys. Let me know what your plans are down below. I am going to do a small summon collab on this banner. Just a few multis each per video, and then that'll probably be it. I don't think I'll touch this banner much after that. So I will probably be using my rainbow tickets on the Vegeta banner. But let me know what you guys are planning down below in the comment section. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Master Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below for the Discord and the merch store, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.